Welcome back, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, to the super, not, funny show, reviews. I am Jen Thépuppét, your resident Fabricant and commenter extraordinaire on all things pop culture. And today we're going to be reviewing Mortal Kombat, the video game, the legend, the martial arts action flick that's so bad that it's good, at least the original iteration. This one's trying to be like actually legit good and resuscitate and revive the idea that a video game movie may actually be good. And you know what? Let's see. Did they succeed? We're going to find out. So, was it good? Was it bad? And should you be watching? Stick around because I have opinions. You know, it's been said that besides death and taxes, the only other thing that's really sure in the world is that video game movies suck. And unfortunately, a lot of video game movies have really kind of tried to live up to that standard way too hard. Mortal Kombat, is kind of one of them. The original Mortal Kombat movie back in the 90s really tried to take advantage of the popularity of the video game. And for whatever reason, they could not quite translate the whole milieu, the whole stylings into any kind of really actually good movie. Even though it's a, honestly, really kind of a fun movie to watch, but good movie, I would not call it that. And so this is an attempt, I suppose, to try to make an actually good Mortal Kombat movie. Well, that doesn't, that's not stupid, doesn't do a lot of nonsensical things, and looks good. And so you got to wonder, did they succeed in this? And short answer is, they succeeded in making a movie that's fun to watch. Now, I'm not going to say it's an actually good movie. That's the thing is, it starts from a premise that's really hard to make something fun. Oh, not something fun. It's a premise that's really hard to make something that is actually a legitimately good story. It's a tournament. How do you justify a tournament within the context of any kind of like serious story? The drama is almost entirely from the competition, but this competition is literally about murdering other people. So, it's hard. You would think that has all the drama, and we've seen stuff like Bloodsport and the like. But truth be told, there's so much baggage attached to this tournament format. There's so much baggage attached to how this story unfolds, and they go the extra step of introducing a character that we've never heard of and has nothing to do with Mortal Kombat. He's a brand new character to the story, and unfortunately isn't exactly the most compelling of characters. He's just, his claim to fame is he's an MMA guy that can take punishment, so I guess that makes him good. And also he's the son of a clan of ninja from back in the day, or son, but he's a descendant of a clan of ninja from back in the day, and we see, how he's chosen just because of that. I guess the people that give the marks out, they're just like, well, obviously this guy, can be the next person that can fight in this all important tournament that apparently will let a side dimension of awful monstrous beings come over and take over. And that's kind of the premise. He's a dude. He doesn't know shit, but he's picked a fight. And there's some people they do know some shit. Jax and Sonya, they do know some shit. And there's this guy that was from Earth. Now he works for the Outworld, and he's he has some kind of powers, and he's murdering everybody, and they're cheating, and there's this tournament. There's a whole lot. I don't want to say it's confusing. It's not confusing. There's nothing confusing about it. There's some people from another realm. They want to kill all the people that are going to compete in this tournament so that they can win the tournament by default. Got it. Checked off. Gotcha. And also we're expected to, believe that there are some people on Earth who sort of know about this, and they've done jack all to prepare for it, except for, 5 days before the tournament say, hey, you got this, you got the mark. I guess you're going to have to be in the tournament. They're so unprepared for this. And, of course, there's a requisite training montage and trying to figure out power. They make up the reason why you can survive all of this horrific violence is, you're chosen. Also, you get a superpower. And, there is some fun stuff, too. I mean, look, this is a fun movie. there are some things that I shake my head at, but I'm still like, okay, I'll go with it. Kano, the guy playing Kano, he's pretty on point. He's hilarious. You kind of, you don't care that he gets murdered or not murdered. That when he dies, you're kind of happy about it, but you're also kind of sad about it because he was kind of a good addition to this whole deal. The woman playing Sonya Blade, she's pretty much on point, I suppose. We kind of wonder, why does Sonya even want to have anything to do with this? But she just, she wants to be a hero, I guess, and she wants that marking, and she apparently isn't willing to murder someone until it's time to murder someone. The other people, Liu Kang and Kung Lao, their characters are fine, but they kind of know shit already, and there's not a whole lot more to them except, we try to find out about Liu Kang, but I guess his little orphan story, it kind of gets overshadowed by what is going on with Cole and his whole family. But where this movie really shines is the action, the fighting. It is really on point. There's a lot of over the top violence. It's really fun to watch. It's pretty gripping. The fights are. It's very video gamey. I'll admit that. Very video gamey. I don't believe some of the physics sometimes. The CG is a little wonky a few places, but nothing that you don't expect in something that's CG heavy like that. I loved all the fights, and that's what makes this movie actually worth watching, because outside of that, the story's just dumb. There's a lot of dumb to the story, and it's not this movie's fault. The story of Mortal Kombat is mostly dumb, so it's just a dumb story, and there's some things that they do, and I'm just like, well, why would you do that? You're doing that because plot, I guess. And it's noticeable, but I have to say, first half of the movie, I was just like, ugh, this movie's not good. And then the back half, it's mostly just fighting and ass kicking. I'm like, oh, you know what? Actually, this is kind of fun. I'm enjoying this. So overall, I'd say, hey, you like Mortal Kombat? Watch this movie. If you don't like Mortal Kombat, you just like seeing people beat each other up and do CG weirdness and impossibilities, hey, you'll get something out of this. Do not come here for a good story. Do not come here for great characters or characterization. You're not going to get any of that here. You're going to get some characters you sort of like, okay, I guess if you're going to live, it's cool. If you're not going to live, fine. Treat it like playing the Mortal Kombat. You expect people to die. It's no big deal. Move on to the next character. So I did like it, and I wonder, did you guys like it? And did you like my review? Why don't you get down to the comments? Let me know what you're thinking about. Also, hey, are you a member of the Super Not Funny Show? What? You're not? Well, what are you doing? Get down there. Hit that subscribe button. Join the Super Not Funny Show family. And also hit that notification bell. And it'll let you know when we drop new content. And we're doing that every week. New reviews, new reactions, and we do podcasts. Anything else that floats our pop culture boat. All right, all you Fabricans and Fleshbags, thanks for joining me on this review of Mortal Kombat. Mortal Kombat! I had to do it. I couldn't let that go. But thanks for joining me for this review. Come back next time as I review more TV shows, movies, all that fun stuff. In the meantime, I've been Jen Thépuppét, your resident Fabricant and comment extraordinary on all things pop culture. And I'll see you guys on the other side of the thread. Peace!